Hi everyone, my name's Kelly. I am a psychologist and a cognitive behavioural therapist, and today I'm going to talk about ways that we can overcome low self-confidence and low self-esteem. When we have these feelings, they can feel so overwhelming. They fuel our self-doubt, they make us doubt sometimes everything that we're going through. And it can really make us feel really quite low and feel like we haven't got any motivation to try. But the trick is to recognise what situations are making us feel this way. Is it at work? Is it in relationships? Is it with friends? It can be any number of different situations, or it can be all of them. And once we understand what is triggering us, what are those situations, then we can start to think, okay, what am I actually feeling? So what are these emotions? Am I feeling sad? Am I feeling angry? I'm really being curious to the emotions that are going on for us. And then learning what thoughts we have. So it might be like, I can't do this, or I'm never going to achieve this, I'm always going to fail. They're going to be quite negative fueled thoughts. And when we have negative thoughts, they are often automatic. However, positive and more balanced thoughts aren't automatic, so we have to work at them. So one of the key tricks I find super helpful with the majority of my clients who present with low self-confidence and low self-esteem is to start to challenge our thoughts. So when we have that negative thought of, I can't do this, you want to ask yourself, what is that evidence for that thought being true? So imagine you were standing up in court and you were saying to the judge, I'm not going to be able to do this. And the judge's like, what's your evidence for this? So what's your evidence? Do you have any? And then you want to ask yourself, what is the evidence against this? So again, you're in court, you're presented, and you've got to say, what is the evidence against this? So the evidence against could be things like asking yourself, is this a fact or opinion? It could be thinking about, what are the things I have been able to do, and presenting that evidence. So you're trying to counteract the thing that you think that you can't do. And then once you've got a lot of evidence, you want to make sure that you've got more evidence against than you've got evidence for. And then you want to look at an alternative thought. So this is where the more balanced and more positive thought comes into play. So within this, it could be, an alternative thought could be, I'm struggling really hard at the moment, but I know I can do X, Y, Z to get closer to where I want to be. It could even be asking yourself, what would you say to a friend if they told you, I can't do this? You're not going to turn around to your best friend and be like, no, you can't. You need to think about, what would you say to that friend? Or what would a friend say to you? Or a close person, what would they say to you? And then you've got an alternative thought. Now you've got the power. The alternative, more balanced, positive thought is your power. Now, the trick is, after this, every time that negative thought comes up, you can go through that process again, by all means. Or you can answer it with your alternative balanced thought. So, I can't do this. Yes, I can. I maybe find it difficult, but I can do this. And that's where you want to go. So you want to be challenging yourself. So that's how we look at our thoughts. We also have negative core beliefs, which is a whole other thing, and that's deeper than our thoughts. Our core beliefs are at our core. They are what underpins all of our negative thinking. And within that, if my thought was, I can't do this, my negative core belief might be, I'm not good enough. And to counteract this, we do something called a positive belief record. So we balance out our negative core belief of, I'm not good enough. We may balance it out to, I am good enough, or it could just be, I am enough, whatever suits you. And then every day you look for 3 to 5 pieces of evidence that prove you are good enough. And this could be something like speaking to a friend. It could be looking after ourselves, like having a shower, brushing our teeth. It could be that someone gives us a compliment. Any little thing that proves that you are enough, you are good enough, that's what we want to focus on. So we've kind of looked at the thoughts, the core beliefs, we're aware of the situations, now our behaviours. When we feel low self-confidence, low self-esteem, we often lack motivation. We don't want to do anything. We think that we're not going to do anything good anyway. But we can change how we feel if we change our behaviours. So you want to look at what you're not doing. You want to look at the things that you're avoiding, the things that you're telling yourself that you can't do. And then you want to think, okay, what would make me feel good? What behaviours, what could I do that makes me feel good? Even asking other people, what do you do that makes you feel good? Or thinking back to a time when you felt a little bit more confident. And then you want to start to block those behaviours into your week. Ideally, you want one behaviour a day. Again, that could be something like going out in nature. It could be listening to your favourite song and having a boogie. It could be cooking yourself a delicious meal. So they are things that are going to make you feel good, also going to make you realise that you are good enough, and then it's going to make you feel good. They're going to make you feel more confident and more able to manage your low self-esteem. So that is a real quick snapshot about how you can change those feelings of low self-confidence and low self-esteem. And a final thing that I often teach people is when you are doing the negative core beliefs, you want to do something that is called the power pose. So when you are saying, I am enough, I am good enough, you want to put your hands on your hips, you want to point your chest slightly up, you want to lift your chin slightly and smile just a little bit and say, I am good enough. I am enough. Say it out loud. If you can look in a mirror and say it, even better. Say it like you mean it. Really visualize, allow that to fully take over your body, that you are enough, you are confident, you can do anything. If you want to create your own mantra, like I am confident, I can do anything, that's great as well. So you can have a mantra, stand there, say it out loud, or even just say your positive core belief. All of these things are going to be amazing to help you to overcome those feelings of low self-confidence and low self-esteem. I hope you have found this helpful. So remember, challenge your thoughts, challenge your negative core belief, change your behaviours, power posing, positive mantras, or saying your positive core belief out loud like you mean it and like you are it. We can trick our mind that way. I hope you have a great day and thank you for listening to me.